Welcome back to the Wilderness Podcast. Let me get my TikTok set up real quick for my peoples. I know who fuck with me now. I know who do and I know who don't. So be patient. You know what I'm saying? Be patient. Yeah. Yeah. So uh let me be clear about the show that I'm about to start right now. You see the lady on my shirt? That's my grandmama. You see the lady right here? Listen here. Listen here. Boy, you talk about uh uh the epitome of feminine energy. Masters. The masters. These are my masters. Let me tell you something. These ladies right here. My mama and my daddy came from right here, side by side. These are my grandmamas, ladies and gentlemen. These are not ladies of African descent. These are ladies of American royalty. It's Sunday. It's the sun's day. Uh, I called my mama for her birthday. I'm so grateful. My mama is 68 years old, beautiful. She looking 48. She got a lot of stress off of her. See, but when the problem is with people in them eras, they maintain their youth. They feel like they have forever to clean up their shit. That's wild, but it's true. When I tell you, I came from Joey May, Mama Caparina, Mary Finn, Mary Finn Willis, Mary Finn McClain, Mary Finn, Willie Mae, Willie Mae Smith, Willie Mae Smith. She said, "No, my name is Willie Mae Smith." I said, "Grandmama, I understand. But see, let me show y'all Willie Mae Smith. See, this Mary Finn on my chest. But see, the one that survived it all is, my mama. You know, she left me. She left me in 2019. She ain't left me. So the honor, I'm gonna call her today because we got a lot to talk about, especially every time that I have to conversate with her. I'm always in the not necessarily the wrong, but I'm always in a place of being checked. So I got to call her today to let y'all know I ain't getting checked. I ain't doing no checking. I'm showing respect and I'm seeking respect. She's still alive. This Willie Mae Smith. You know what I'm saying? That's my grandmama. I don't know how y'all treat y'all folk. I don't know how y'all consult with y'all grandparents. But to baby last breath, this baby, this baby. To baby last breath, my daughter look like baby. To baby last breath, you know what she said about her grandson. You reincarnated. You you my son all over again, and I get to do it right with you. See, that's why my daddy, this my daddy mom, and she tell me, and even my pops tell me like, son, you number one, you look just like me, you got my name, and you also look like your mama people, my granddad and my mama. See, he came. That's my this her granddad. That's her granddaddy. If y'all was on TikTok, y'all would see this her granddad. That's that's her granddad. That's my granddaddy. That's my great. That's her great. That's my great granddad. So the reason why I'm gonna show y'all too, like TikTok. I got not TikTok. Y'all already see it, but Facebook. When you go on my TikTok, YouTube, when you go on my TikTok, when you understand, like when you look at my pictures and all my shit, all of my ancestral photos, what I look like, who I am, and I'm not mistaken. You know how this how we used to get down. Like the reason why the y'all tune in to the Willis podcast on YouTube, and y'all also check out the podcast.com right now. Check out some merch, dig in, divulge, take part in something that's good, man. I mean, for real. I do these things because I'm so proud of, like, you see how fresh my granddaddy is in the background, and like you see how his demeanor. Y'all check him out. Check my great granddaddy out. My great granddaddy out. Check him out. And he ain't in Ramesses. Dig? I mean, yeah, man. Let me get some prepared for YouTube too. YouTube. YouTube. I'm the first American. I'm the first phenotypical American. Y'all understand why I keep bringing up this mound builder book? A list of mounds formerly on the site of St. Louis. The following table, which was taken from a survey made by Long's expedition, in which is probably correctly given, will show the dimensions and grouping of the pyramid, conical mound, and falling gardens. The big mound is the one farthest north in the group. More mounds in America than anywhere else on the globe. I'm trying to show you. Yeah, right here. Right here. See, I had a extremely pivotal conversation with my great brother Sean Stafford. I told you, some people have great equals. They just like that. When they have those type of talents to touch you, and you can be vulnerable without being questionable of who you are. See, indigenous to like this lady. grandma, or granddad. See, women will do anything it takes. Women are much more palatable than men, mostly because they got a stronger spine. They know what to do. They know what it takes. But they also, it's a double-edged sword when it comes to that type of mindset. See, and also know they hold the cards. They're the gods. They're the gods. Men that when you put your ego far ahead of yourself, uh, that's why most women file for divorce. I don't think my wife would ever divorce me, but if she did try to, I'd be like, I did something wrong. It wasn't her, cause she loved the ground I walk on. She loved how I operate. She loved what I do. She's still impressed by me. I feel her up. She do the same for me. Men, we have to pay attention to our women and the women that raised us because that's the type of woman you want to raise your damn child. I'm being honest with you because if I wasn't honest with you, I wouldn't know what to really tell you or how to tell you. But what I'm really trying to explain to you is like when it comes to being a man, you should never pursue the company of a whore unless you just want to get your rocks off. But unless you just want to get your dicks up, your rocks off, and anything you need. But if you are weak enough to bury your seed in a woman that can't produce for you, and all she's gonna do is be a hindrance to you, that's your fault, not her. That's why she say I'm a toxic bitch. And I got a slut pussy. It's dripping wet good, but I'm gonna cause you problems. I'm gonna I'm gonna fuck with you because I don't know how to be really do nothing but get this hot wet drip pussy away. So if you understand how to navigate through those things, man, you will survive. And women, you're so fucking crafty and intelligent. And why don't you stop using everything that you have that men could really be far more successful if you help them and stop that pussy dropping nigga off in the abyss. And it's a weakness for uh, men. And you know how many marriages would have been, that's their fault though. Y'all can't blame yourself. That's a human problem. That's when like, don't put a man and a woman in a situation where they gotta fuck their way out. That's just the truth. I'm being honest. Uh, why you think when you're married, man, you can't really just find yourself in places alone because you're vulnerable. First of all, yeah, the accuracy of sex between you and your wife is great, it's wonderful, it's good, but it's not the end all be all. You have to be conscious of that all the time when you are a married being. Simply because I'm not telling you not to participate in your nature. What I'm explaining this to you is don't allow your nature to control you. So you think I was gonna sit up here and say, don't get pussy, don't do what you do. No, that you missing the point. If that's what you thought, that's how you miss the point fast, and that's how you don't. That's how you know the encapsulation of situations when it comes to women's mastery, you will always fall victim to because you're not really listening to the woman. Men have a problem with thinking they can overtake the woman. And when you have that mindset, you don't understand how you just got overtook. That's just what really happened to you. She allowed you to believe. And what I tell you about that term belief, the belief is a gift of a lie. I promise you, if you look in the middle of B, lie to my E. So you men that don't understand the power of women will always be hurt by your woman, your child, your mama, your sisters. You're vulnerable, you're fragile. You know, that's your life. That's who you truly are. You should strengthen yourself from the inside out. Therefore, it doesn't mask your vulnerabilities. It enhances your securities. See, security is extremely important with the way you orchestrate and deal with yourself. If you don't know how to secure yourself, you can't protect yourself because you'll be delusional. You'll start seeing shit that ain't there, doing things that everybody looking at you like, what's wrong with you? You'll act like you be hearing voices that are speaking to you, but that's not the problem. The problem is you're insecure and you failed your last few tests. So now that shit catch up on you, it haunts you, and it whoops your ass, and you can't stop thinking about how you could have been successful, and you wanted to be deceived. See, a lot of people don't choose success because they want to be deceived. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men. And you look at the title of the show, the Women Masters Show, Sunday Live. you guys, stop thinking you're smarter than women. That's your first mistake. Not learning and thinking that you act like you're in Congress. Let's take it from the top. Let's get in front of this. Let's be a man about it. When you didn't even consult with your woman. This show is about the power of how women uh, change everything. See, men, you change society. We alter society. But when you give the woman what you want, guess what she does? Immediately, she produces just what the fuck you want. Man, when you sit up here and say, yeah, we run the world, we change the world. James Brown said, it's a man's world. It's a man's world. But he had all that bravado, but you wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. You understand what I'm saying? All that. It's a man's world. It's a man's world. But you wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a little girl. See, the Epsteins of the world are intimidated by women. They don't like women. They look at a woman and say she's too full grown and I'm too childish. So they figure they can solve their problems by saying, I know how to hurt women. It's the most forbidden shit in the world. But cultures that exist outside of America they consider 12 and 13-year-olds. When a woman can bleed, she can be spread open. I think that's grotesque. A woman can't even think correctly, or she's easily to be manipulated and enslaved when she don't reach the age of 16 proper by her mother and her father. Let me tell y'all something. Men on this plane looks at women, look at women and see vulnerability, and I would say as well, uh, vulnerable or expendable. When it's the same woman that you look at that way that bears your children, girl and boy, uh, brings life into the world because all we can do is provide a seed. And then after that, if you provide the seed, what you know what your role is to provide. Yeah, that's kind of what you was assigned to do. It ain't like you push that kid out. You didn't do that. She did. But for some men, they feel like it's so necessary to devalue, take away, strip, beat down a woman. And you came here from. See, me as a man, I think that is extremely disgusting. The only problem that me and my mother personally have ever had was she refused to see me as an adult. See, my mother's, she respect me as a man. She respect me. You so good looking. You do so well with your family. My mama got a problem with her words. She can say all this good shit and mean it, but she has a problem with transcending it. And this has been our problem since I've been in music my whole life. So she thinks she can alter my reality by just simply saying shit, truth or not. Does that make her evil? No, it makes her a manipulative person. She likes to manipulate her way into making you see things her way, and she can be dead ass wrong. But you think they're gonna admit to that shit? So I've stripped the ability that my mother has to influence me because she's biased. So when you become an adult man, you have to strip all biases to retain your own mind, to frame your own thinking, and to understand your absolute worth as a purebred being. And that solidifies you as a man because you ain't calling your mama, you're not calling your daddy, you're making your own decisions and you making them fast. You don't need to be solidified. You love congratulations because because I suffer from being an only son. I don't, I have a lot of brethren because I ain't got no, I got my brother Antonio. I love you, bro. Like you my blood brother. That other cat that I share DNA with, he ruined that. And that's because I had nothing but love. But when the person thinks that they can use your love, your compassion, and your humble being as a toilet stool, toilet bowl, don't appreciate you. But when you're on top, they really like being related to. See, those people, you have to do one thing: be steadfast and saying "fuck you." That's kind of how that go. You don't get the shit on me and call it a mistake. No, no. See, bad enough I ain't grow up. Yeah, bad enough. You know what I'm saying. Motherfucker tried to do everything he could to keep that the ability of the heart pumping. But when you try to use me as if I'm an expendable target, I got it. Yeah, you good then. Yeah, you can't. We can't do this dance no more. We just share DNA. We ain't even. We don't even. I don't fuck with you. You can't make up for that. You can't heal that. You can't fix that. It is what it is. It'll never change for me because I did the dance already. Yeah, I played the fool. When you play the fool, D. Let me tell you something. D Willis out of Cincinnati. When I done played the fool for you. I'm D Willis out of Pensacola. You D-O-W. I'm D-D-W. We came from D-L-W. You don't ever get the goddamn think I'm gonna be your baby brother fool. And when you fuck up, I'm supposed to fix it. Fuck that and you. We may share DNA, but we ain't brothers. I don't like being taken advantage of. I don't like nobody fucking with me for real. I don't like this shit. When you do that, coast. I don't do that to my worst. I don't do that to nobody. Even my worst, my enemies, I stay away from because they ain't fucking with me. Why would I fuck with even my enemies don't fuck with me because I don't fuck with them. But you, as my goddamn brother, would use, take advantage, and exploit me for gain, for a short term, nothing. Man, fuck you, pimp. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Forever. Yeah, I don't forgive. I forgive, but I don't forget. I forget. You already forgiven. But forgetting, I don't have the capacity to do. Because I know who you are. I know what you did. I got a niece. I got a love outside of you. I figured that out too. Because you a bitch. And I don't like bitch men. Bitch men deserve what the fuck they get in life. You should alleviate yourself of everybody's problems and troubles because you cause problems with how you deal with you. Bitch, I don't have I don't have an alleviation with a motherfucker that hate me and don't even like me simply because I exist. I've heard your words. I've heard you talk. I've heard you say, oh, this shit and these things about me and my family, my mama, my daddy. I heard you. See, that's why I prefer to deal. I will promise you, when it comes to a fuck nigga, man, I prefer to deal. Like my wife, my best friend. I talked to one of my best friends for about 4 hours last night. Edwin Falcon. We've been knowing each other since we were 10 years old. LaJuan Bland, D.A., Sheldon. Man, we've been friends since we were children. We still communicate. So that's how you know when you got real friends and when you're a person that can really verify who you are because those are your motherfucking friends, man. See, women, let me tell you how women are masters. Women are masters because when they finally find that man and the mastery of that woman, and they become friends. The woman is your best friend, man. Your woman is your best friend. I don't know what man would ever choose even a brother over a woman that love you because she gonna tell you the truth, even about that brother. See, when you become a married man, you understand that the mother, your mother, yes, she loves you, but she's biased. Your woman, she's biased. But the one thing about that woman, she want the best for you if she loves you. She's not gonna forsake you like your home. She's not gonna manipulate you like your mama. Because if she does those things, she know there's an easy way out of your life. So women that you combine with men, those are your friends. Your woman is your best friend, not your homeboy. Your woman will let you know when your homeboy ain't that nigga like he say he is. But if you listen, in some instances, you will listen to your homeboy because he will also tell you, that bitch ain't no good. She low down, she dirty. She ain't good for you. But if that same homeboy is your friend, they will look at that same woman and say, I'm gonna kind of like bag about your life because I respect you so much for what you got going on because I want not what you have, but I appreciate what you have accomplished. I appreciate how you have built a life with a lady. And man, I want that for myself, man. I applaud you. I appreciate you. I love you for being. I appreciate you for setting an example to where, you know what I'm saying, man. One day I wanna emulate that. That's a friend. That's a male. That's a companion that loves you. That's a forever friend as a man because he already know like. For one thing, I done saw you fuck all them bitches and do all of this kind of wild little shit you done did, and you wasn't no liar, but nigga, you was wild. But then when you finally grew up and you made a decision, you made a good decision to be with the lady that you should be with. That's exhilarating to hear from a brother, and not just one brother, multiple brothers, because of how you have transformed and made these decisions that you had to make because you're a man now and not a child or boy. Transitions have to take place and you have to make those proper decisions and transitions. So that's the show today. I hope I get back at you tonight because, I got more to say, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the women that changed not only my life, but my mama and my daddy life. These are their mamas. This is my mama and my daddy. Hold on. I'm not representing properly. This is my mama's mama. This is my daddy's mama. I know who I am, and I have still a relationship with her, and that's baby. I cried when I let that baby. Damn near, I damn near want to shit because how close. Oh, she looked like my daughter looked like her. This is your Sunday show. I'm grateful to you, my people. I'm so thoroughly appreciative. I'm happy to have the ability and the wherewithal to give you this type of wherewithal. But check it out, man. This is the end of the show. I appreciate your prowess for tuning in to me. I'm grateful, humble, and I practice a great deal of humility to even have the ability to express myself to you. So, in those words, I will humbly get to my favorite part of the show. That's it. Just want to give some appreciation, and I always make something not about me. It's about what made me. So here it is. You know what it is. It's my favorite part. Say it with me. The will is yours.